Good morning, everyone. Let's start. Vice Rector for Research, Innovation and Doctoral Studies, General Chair of the ICSA Conference, Program Co-Chairs, attendees of ICSA, volunteers. As Director of Escuela Técnica Superior de Ingeniería de Sistemas Informáticos and local chair of this conference, I'm very proud of hosting this great conference in our facilities. Thank you, all of you, for attending the conference. Jennifer Perez was appointed last year as General Chair of the conference. My appreciation to the steering committee of ICSA for the decision to make a year ago appointing one of the faculties of this School of Computer Science, and of course, Jennifer, for considering that this school, your school, is the right place to host the conference, and of course, for all her effort leading the organization of this. I would also like to thank all the people involved in the organization, staff, volunteers, and members of the System and Software Technology Research Group. Without their support, this event could never have been organized. The next 3 days, you will have many amazing sessions, talks, and the opportunity to share experiences between academia and industry. The number of contributions, collocated workshops, and attendees highlight the relevance of this conference, the most relevant European conference on software architecture. I want you to meet your expectation at ICSA. Time is running, it's very late. And my colleagues in the presential table also want to tell you some highlights of the conference. The next speaker is Jennifer Perez, General Chair of the 12th European Conference on Software Architecture.
Vice Rector of Research, Innovation and PhD Studies, Director of the Escuela Técnica Superior de Ingeniería de Sistemas Informáticos, Program Co-Chair of EXA 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the EXA 2018. Welcome to Madrid. And as a General Chair, I can tell you that I'm very proud of being the General Chair of EXA because it's the premier European Conference on Software Architectures. And it is a very nice community that is involved in this conference because of the people and the quality of the works that are presented in this conference. I would like to mention some data about the conference of this year, and I would like to emphasize some dates. We have prepared some slides from the organizing committee and also from the program committee, and let me show you, and I'm going to move to the other place. First of all, as a General Chair, I would like to really thank you, all my organizing committee of this conference. We have worked very hard during a full year, and we are very proud of the results in terms of attending, the quality of the papers, the program that you are going to, I hope, enjoy during these days. And I would like to thank all of them this hard work that makes possible this conference. First of all, I would like to thank Carlos Cuesta and David Garland, my program co-chairs. David has a delay in the flight, so they join us in a couple of hours. I would like to really thank to Grace Lewis, our industrial co-chair, joined with Manuel Gomez from GMV. I would like to really thank to Rafaela Mirandola and Home HM, my workshops co-chairs and also companion proceeding chairs. Also, I would like to really thank you, my poster, tool, and demo track chair, Elisa Nakawawa. Thank you very much. Also, my Women in Software Architectures co-chairs, Laurent Duchamp and also Thais Batista Vasconcelos. Also my PhD symposium co-chairs, Juan Garbajosa and Paris Avedou, and all my local organization that has worked very, very hard to make the possibility of having this conference. And of course, I cannot forget my volunteers that were very, very kind with all the people, and I taking care of everything. I would like to tell you that this year we're very happy because we joined 9 workshops in the EXA with a nice contributions and discussion during these 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Also, I'm very proud of our keynote speakers, are very top in our community, as we have just right now Reed Kathman with a nice keynote. Tomorrow we have in the Industrial Day Michael Killing from IBM and also Sivona Clark from the Trinity College on Friday. Also, we want to promote the women in software engineering and of course in software architectures, and we have this year a really interesting panel with people from the industry with initiatives about how to promote the gender equivalence and diversity in our infrastructures of academy, industry, and so on. So I think that would be really, really interesting. The Industrial Day this year, we have pushed a lot in having the industry present in this conference, not only research and in a certain way to be more close together. Here we have all the companies, software companies that are involved in the day of tomorrow, in the people from just industry or research projects that collaborate with the industrial companies. I would like to give you some numbers about EXA. And we're very proud because we have 147 attendees at the EXA this year, join workshops and also the conference. We have the 9 workshops that I mentioned before. We have 3 tracks, the tool, demo, and posters, the women in software architecture and the industry track. And also, I would like to tell you that the attendance of the workshops on Monday were 44 people, and Tuesday, 66. I would like also to emphasize the diversity of the countries that come to EXA. We have 30 countries. Of course, Spain, in this case, we have more attendees because, of course, it's located here, and also the organizing people counts. But following this, the next one is Italy, Germany, followed by USA and Sweden. With regard with the numbers about the attendance, we have the main conference, and the conference plus workshops attendance is more or less the 60%, and the 25% only for workshops. Also, I would like to emphasize that this year we have a 9% of the research centers and the 27 of the industry. So not only we are from research and university. And this is a pity, but this is the gender graphic of this conference. We have the 20% of women and the 80% of men. I would like to emphasize that this year we have decided to include a different present in addition to allow the speaker Bluetooth that you have in your bags. Part of this present is to make a donation to UNICEF, and with all of your gifts, we have the possibility as a community, we have buy 1,026 doses of tetanus vaccines, 240 handheld whiteboards, 25 nutrition kits, and 24 education kits, and 27 vaccine kits. This is a way to provide a present that is not in our drawer of our offices, and we can help people join it with these initiatives. Other important issues, all the proceedings you have in the website, all the main conference, the lecture notes proceedings, will be available during 4 weeks, and also the ACM are in the website. This afternoon we have the inauguration and the cocktail of the conference, and we have the honor of being here with us, the rector of our university, to receive all of us. Also, we are going to enjoy with a Madrid city tour that we depart from the cocktail. And tomorrow, I would like that everybody will be involved in the Best Poster Award, the tool award that will be in the coffee breaks, and you have your dots for voting, so please enjoy with the living demos that we will have in the coffee breaks. And finally, in the gala dinner, we deliver which is our Best Poster Award. One of our purposes this year was to make a community not only at this moment, but also in social media. So we have pushed a lot in Twitter, and we have a community. So I would like to invite you to join to EXA and to follow our tweets and information during all the year. Just to mention our sponsors, Autentia and Springer, and all our supporters. That's all for my sides. So welcome, and I hope that you enjoy with all the program, the activities that we have prepared for you. Thank you very much.
Carlos Enrique Cuesta, Program Co-Chair of the 12th European Conference on Software.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm not going to take you much time, but I have to talk for 2 people, as David is not here yet. So I have to be the representative of the 2 program co-chairs here. As Jennifer said, David will arrive in a pair of hours. It's just flying here. So, well, of course, the numbers of the main program, the EXA itself, indeed. This year, after some years in which we had several less submissions, this year we had almost 100 submissions. In fact, we had more than 100, but finally, after leaving things aside, it was 96. And after the revision by the desk, those papers that were not fitting the context, there were 86 papers submitted. Finally, we had accepted 24, 17 as full papers and 7 extra papers as short papers. That's a rejection of 72%, which is painful. You know, I mean, I have had the honor of being one of the program chairs, and probably I'm the only person, together with David, who sees everything, and then you see that very nice paper which happens to be rejected. And you know, it's nice for the conference because you have very high standards, and you know, we must be proud of it. We have indeed 20% of acceptance for full papers, which becomes a global acceptance ratio of 27–90%, which is very nice. But at the same time, of course, you cannot avoid longing for these other papers. So, well, you have here the global figures. Numbers are referred to the 86, not to the 96, because, of course, if we reject a paper before reading it. Well, we have 3 kinds of papers this year. We accepted research papers, industrial papers, and educational papers in both long and short ways. Basically, as you can see, most of the program are still research papers. Together, research and short research papers are the 54%. Then we have, this year we made particularly Jennifer and Grace here, made a great effort to attract people from industry, and also within the main program we have a good number of industrial participation, which is basically 1/3, the 33%. And the rest are, well, short papers and educational papers. We have also some of them. Okay, about the good thing about the country distribution. We have papers in the main program from 14 countries, which is basically the half of what we have in the whole conference, including workshops. You know, EXA is proud of being an European conference. We always said from the beginning that we are not specifically European except in two things. That we are always, by charter, celebrated within Europe. We don't have the conference outside Europe. And the second thing is that we want to provide the European vision. But apart from that, we are very proud of being an international conference, not strictly European. From the very first edition, we have had participation from all the world, particularly especially popular from America, but not only. And then, of course, usually still most of the participating people comes from Europe. This year we have a distribution, as you can see. This year is quite funny because probably it's the first year in which we have had such a huge number of accepted papers from one country regarding to the rest. I mean, it's clear that we have been very popular in Germany this year, and also in Italy. And then the distribution, you can see a lot of countries. Funny thing, and not so funny, but funny anyway, is not any single country from paper from Spain accepted. But anyway, and of course several from America. In the distribution by continents, still we have a very huge participation from Europe, and then from America and Oceania. Oceania means New Zealand in this case, but anyway. Well, that's the numbers. That's very curious. I mean, I could give a lot of more statistics. You have several of them in the preface. But I would like to end with a remembrance and a personal note. First, the thing is that this is the 12th edition of the EXA. And officially, indeed, it is the 15th edition because we had, as you know, we had 3 previous editions as the European workshop, which was basically just like that, a bit smaller. So, in some regard, this is a special edition because we have already 15 editions behind us. In some regard, it's also a very special edition as it is somehow an anniversary edition, because this is the second time in Spain. The first one was in Spain. This is the second time in Madrid. Next time we have to go anywhere else. And also, somehow, the organization of this edition has some connection with the first edition. The first edition in 2007, I was the local chair, then we didn't have a general chair. David, the other program co-chair, was our first keynote speaker. So somehow everything is connected. Jennifer was here already. Elena had the best paper, the best poster award. So, somehow we are still close connected here, and it's very nice to see that 12 years later we are still all here. So, we are very proud of what EXA has become. EXA became as a small conference with a lot of aspirations when software architecture was up there. I mean, WIXA was created when when architecture was beginning as a field. EXA was created when architecture was already an important field. We have seen the field go up and down, and now we are in an up, clearly. There are at least 2 industrial conferences on software architecture now in the year. And, excuse me, the thing is that somehow research conferences have a completely different role. This is a fantastic venue. We are very proud of the European community. We are very proud of what we are doing together, and just let's continue with it.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Director of the School in Sistemas Informáticos, and also Program Chair. Welcome to UPM. It is a great honor to host the 12th conference the 12th conference, European Conference of Software Architecture here at UPM. And as far as I know from the conference, because I also come from the computer science area, from the artificial intelligence instead of from the software engineering area.
So as you said, welcome to UPM, and it is a great honor to organize and to host this conference. Jennifer has already, as general chair of the conference, had during the previous month the hard work of putting everything together, the program chair, the workshops, the tutorials, the PhD symposium, and I believe, just because of my previous experience, that this is a real hard task, because there are too many people and you need to realize which one is your goal, and based on that you need to push forward. The conference has a great reputation, and I believe that it is a space where people from academia and also from industry meets in order to talk about the advancing. I mean, cooperation between academia, researchers and companies is really important in order to forward research and to transfer technology into the market. The quality of the papers is really high. The competition has been already explained. And also the position of the conferences in the rankings, and also having Springer just publishing 1 year after the other the proceedings. They are hints that prove the quality of the conference. I would like to say that a few words about the area of computer science and informatics in UPM. I mean, the success rate of UPM in European projects is really high. For instance, in advanced computing, we have 89% of success rate, components and system 14%, content and data 28%, big data 10% of success, Internet of Things 20%, future Internet 17%. So in total, at this moment, we are running 66 European projects over the whole UPM in ICT. Software architecture is an important part of this area, and in total the success area is around 16%, between 16 and 17% of success rate in European projects. So although at this moment there is no paper from Spain in this in the proceedings, but it's important to say that the cooperation and collaboration of UPM in that case with the industrial sector is really high. And just going into the program, I think I really appreciate the fact that the conference really integrates the 3 aspects, which is education. Without education, we cannot deliver software engineers into the market, and we cannot deliver software engineers into research. And so these links between education, research, and industry are really important. And I also appreciate when I see in the programs PhD symposiums, because this is a good way for PhD students to expose their research into to other people and to get feedback. So this implies openness of a research area, and also all of us we know that the presence of women in ICT and computer science and software engineering is really low. So having a session on women in software architecture is really appreciated, and in fact it is really needed. So thank you, Jennifer, for being the general chair of the conference and for hosting this conference at UPM. I know that part of your time this year has been spent in just organizing, taking care of the logistics and putting together many people. And thank you, Carlos, and also David Garland, who is not here at this moment, just because of the plane, for taking care of the high reputation of the paper. So I really wish you a very successful conference, a lot of dialogue between researchers and industry, and good luck with the conference. Thank you very much. So the conference is open.